Good morning, students. Today we are going to revise chapter number 1, crop production and management. Right? So this is a very common topic, common chapter. So we can learn very easily the crop production and management. First of all, we should know that what is agriculture. So agriculture is the process of producing food, fiber and many other desired products by cultivation, right? So we have to produce food, fiber and many other things by cultivation. That process is known as agriculture, right? Now crop. What is crop? When plants of same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale, that is called crop. Means the plants should be of same type, right? So that is called crop. For example, crop of wheat means that all plants grown in the field are that of wheat, right? So this may be the example of crop, right? Now cropping pattern. In India, there is a Kharif crops and Rabi crops. Now we can distinguish these Kharif crops and Rabi crops very easily. The crops which are sown in the rainy season means between June to September. In India, the rainy season is from June to September. So the crop which are sown in the rainy season from June to September are called Kharif crops, right? For example, paddy, maize, soybean, groundnuts and cotton. These are the example of Kharif crops. Now Rabi crops. The crops grown in the winter season. Winter season means from October to March are called Rabi crops. Example, wheat, gram, pea, mustard oil, mustard and lentils. So these are the example of Rabi, right? So we can distinguish Kharif crop and Rabi crop. This may be the important question of your syllabus. Now half yearly is coming very soon, so this should be revised. Basic practices of crop production. Now, how we can produce a good crop, right? So we have to use these practices. First of all, we should have the preparation of soil, then sowing, then adding manure and fertilizer, then irrigation, then protecting from weeds, then harvesting, and last one is storage. Now we are discussing these one by one, right? First of all, preparation of soil. This is the first step. So that should be strong. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. First of all, we have to loosen the soil, right? So what we have to do? We have to turn the soil. Soil contains minerals, water, air and some living organisms which are helpful to us. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called tilling or plowing. First of all, we have to loosen the soil, so we have to turn the soil, right? This process is called tilling or plowing. Now you can see these pictures. These are the tools for the loosening the soil, right? And then next process is soil. We have to put the seeds in the soil. Soil is prepared. Now we have to put the seeds. The sowing is an important part of the crop production. Before sowing, good quality, clean and healthy seeds of good variety are to be selected. first of all, the seed should be healthy and it should be of good quality. If seed is of good quality, then the crop will be also be the healthy. Farmers prefer to use seeds which gives high yield. High yield means high output. If the seed is healthy, the crop will be healthy and we can get then the output well. Now there are two types of tools for the sowing. First one is traditional tools and second one is seed drill, right? Now the third step is adding manure and fertilizer. Now seeds, soil is prepared, seed inside the this soil. Now we have to make healthy soil. For that we have to add the manure and fertilizer. The substances which are added in the soil to form the nutrients for the healthy growth of plant is called manure and fertilizer, right? Now the first one is manure. Manure is an organic substance obtained from decomposition of plants or animal waste, right? So manure is an organic substance. It means it is healthy. After decomposition of plant and animal waste, we get manure. Fertilizer, number two, fertilizer. Fertilizers are chemicals which are rich in nutrients. So how are they different from manure? Fertilizers are produced in the factories, whereas manure is produced by the decomposition of waste, right? Then we have to use this practice of irrigation. Irrigation means supply of water to the crop at regular intervals is called irrigation. Time and frequency of irrigation varies from crop to crop, soil to soil. Now season to season. In summer the frequency of watering is higher, since in summer there is a high temperature, so soil needs more water content. So we have to irrigate, means we have to increase the frequency of watering. So we have to see the frequency of irrigation as per the season to season, crop to crop, soil to soil. Some crops needs less water, some crops need more water. So it depends on crop to crop and soil to soil, right? Now the sources of irrigation. There are large number of sources of irrigation. For example, wells, we can watering the plants or soil by wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams, canals. So there are so many sources of irrigation. Now traditional methods of irrigation. Cattle and human labors is used in these methods. In traditional method, cattle and human labors are used. You know that traditionally we use the pulley system mode, chain pump, Deckley, Rahat, lever system. Means these are the traditional method of irrigation. You can see in mode we are using the human power, then chain pump, then the Deckley, then the Rahat. We are using the human power and the animal power in most of the cases. But the modern method of irrigation, there are two methods. One is sprinkling method, then the drip method. In this method, it is more useful on uneven land. If the land is uneven, where sufficient water is not available, then we have to use the perpendicular pipes with rotating nozzles at the top. If we join the main pump, then we get the regular supply of water at regular interval. Then the drip system. This drip system is very useful since it saves the water. The water falls drop by drop directly near the root of the plant. Means the less water can irrigate the large area where plants are to be grown. So it is called the drip system. It is the best technique for watering fruit plant, gardens and trees. Right? So these are the methods of irrigation. Now, protection from weeds. Protection of weeds. Now, the undesirable plants are called weeds, and the removal of weeds is called weeding. It is necessary to remove the weeds because the weed can get all the nutrients from the soil and affect the crop. So we can physically remove the weed by khurpi, or we can use the chemicals that is called weedicide. The weedicide is a chemical for the removal of weeds. Then the harvesting. This is the very important thing. The cutting of the crop after the mature is called harvesting. In harvesting, crops are pulled out or cut close to the ground, and usually it takes 3 to 4 months for cereals crop to mature. Harvesting in our country either done by manually by the sickle or by machine called harvester. We can use the harvester for the harvesting of the crop. The machine called combine, which is in fact the harvester as well as the thresher. Now the machine which can be used as harvester and thresher, that machine is called combine. Right? Then the storage. This is the very important part of crop production. The harvested grains are to be kept for the longer time. They should be saved from the moisture, insects, rats, microorganisms. Harvested grains have more moisture, right? Hence, before storing them, the grains are properly dried in the sun, and to reduce the moisture, we have to remove the moisture first. This prevents the attack by the insect pests, bacteria and fungi. Dried neem leaves may be used for storing the food grains in the home. Neem leaf is a very important for the storage. The storing large quantity of grain in a big godown, specific chemical treatments are to be required for the protection from the pest and microorganisms. So we can use the chemical treatment also, right? Now, food from animals. The animals reared in the home or in the farm have to be provided with proper food, shelter and care. When this is done on a large scale, it is called animal husbandry. Right? The animal husbandry means to protecting or giving the proper food and shelter and care to the animals. That is called animal husbandry. Right? So this is all about this chapter. Now we have to revise the exercise of this chapter. Thank you very much.